Hey, what's up? Good morning. Hey, rise and grind. Got the Mr. Burns mug. Got the Homer Simpson. I'm all Simpsons out. I haven't seen Simpsons in a long time, but got some Simpsons gear right here. What's going on? Just getting started over here. Quite literally. What's going on the server? Oh boy. Oh boy. A little on the lower end, but you know what? It's not going to stop me today. Rise and grind. We're here to rise and grind, you know? I said I'm not sharing the ice giants. It's even easier to not share when nobody's trying, you know? But anyway, if any of my friends want to come, we could share. I was just joking with the title. Alright, let's see here. Alright. I should definitely fear this thing, you know? Taking damage like a chump. This is a green con. This is an easy one. They still hit hard, you know? The big thing, the most important thing about giants, the thing that we're here for, the thing that we love, is they drop platinum. They drop nice money, you know, pretty often. You can't guarantee it. Sometimes you still get a broke ice giant every now and then, but it's not like the hill giants, right? Hill giants are pretty frequently broke, sometimes loaded. These guys are like frequently loaded. But there's only 3 of them, but they don't have any placeholders, so it's, you know, not bad, not bad. Pretty desirable camp, I would say, especially, you know, the amount of PvP we've seen here lately. You know, it's desirable. Right, exactly. Ishiwatari, if I owe you any plat, I'm good for it, I swear. It's safe and sound in my bank. Let's see here. Taking quite a bit of mana to kill this. Even though it's green. Last Splash Fest before we went to the Bear Pit. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. I got you. I got you. I'm not trying to pilfer the platinums. You know? I'll pilfer the other people's platinums in PvP. But I'm not trying to take my friends' plats that we, you know? We all worked for. I'll make it right. This ice giant's like toasty. Yeah, yeah. Chilogan. You want me to make a little silent move real quick? We could do that. We can get that done for you. Quick one. I'll make a silent move. Nobody knows what I'm up to. Don't need to be silent. Okay, okay. Yeah, that's good. Way to be. Untouchable. I'll be right back. Sorry, I hope I didn't get Poison Ivy. I was messing with Poison Ivy again the other day. And I have this one itchy spot behind my knee. I think I got bit by a mosquito. I'm praying. I'm praying. But now behind my ear is itchy, and it's like, did I freaking like move the hair out of my face and get poison ivy behind my ear? I really hope not. Anyways, just who cares? It's Norath time. The concerns of the real world don't bother me. You say back of the leg is target number one. Oh boy, it could be. Could have been. I mean, like, I know I was touching poison ivy. You may recall earlier in the summer, I went hard on the poison ivy, and I was able to get most of it out. And I did end up getting some poison ivy in my arms, and it was terrible. But I used the calamine lotion, dry it out, keep it dry, and like it did not spread, which was good. Really good. You've gotten poison ivy or oak 2 to 3 times this summer already. Yeah, this would be my second if it is the case. It could have been a bug bite. It could have been. And it could just be my imagination that behind my ear is itchy. I shouldn't scratch it. Period. I know better. Anyways. I'm gonna silent move real quick. Alright. I got you, buddy. I'm gonna need clarity though. Be real. My gate is unstable, you gotta be kidding me. Hopefully the gate works this time. Yes. You ever get 2 unstable gates in a row? I would lose my shit. I'd go absolutely bonkers, I think. Anyways, 6 a.m. here on the East Coast. Bright and early. Almost too early, but you could say we're just getting started here, and I will. And I do. We're just getting started over here. I'm gonna refresh a couple little buffs. East Coast, Beast Coast, absolutely. Once my levitate's refreshed, I'm coming in. I'm gonna just assume my Spirit of Wolf is good. Assuming. Otherwise, I'd click it off and J-boot. But it's alright. Taking care of business real quick. I saw the summoner was up last night. I didn't kill it. I was on my way to, and something came up. I think Captain Lungwhistle got online, and I wanted to run into him, so I logged over. I think I camped like almost at the. I was like running. Okay, summoner's up. I'm on my druid. It's on track. I think I camped like right here. Like I almost made it to the room, but more pressing matters. Somebody got it. I'm gonna guess it was Chilogan, right? I'm gonna choose. You're up to 18 summoners with no. Wow. All lenses. That's brutal. And I mean the brazier is rare. It's definitely rare. Oh, you're in range to me? What's up, dude? Thank you. Let's go. Out of food and drink. Typical. This is typical of me. I did have some summoned, but you know how that goes. I'm not thirsty or hungry though. I force fed and drank all the stuff I could before I camped last night. Wipeout, he stays busy. Well, a res here, a res there. Let's do a res here. I forgot where I was going. Oh yeah, I remember. I was about to start just checking pops. I'm here for a reason. And I'm getting back on my Shadow Knight. That's the stream this morning. Rising and grinding ice giants. That's the goal. That's the plan. Res going. Oh no, sufficient mana. All right. It won't take too long to. Oh, we have all these buffs. 600 mana. Let's load skin ducks and see what I'm actually at. 515 mana. Okay, how much am I getting per tick? Okay. Like 20 something. A couple ticks. Going back to Velius. Fardotron, what's going on? Just getting started over here. I'm doing just a little quickie little res. Can't believe Wipeout's almost 57. Like a couple kills away. Alright, here we go. Got the mana now. And I'm getting back on my warrior. Without further ado. You got the Bard to 18? Nice. Hey, I got a 18 Shaman. Oh, you know. You know. You're there Sunday. Sunday Swamp Tiger Splash Fest 2025 number 32 was this past weekend. You crashed on the res, but you accepted? Okay. I was gonna heal you when you landed. I will. Just keep coming. Camping with no mana would be wrong with me. So I'm gonna sit here for a second anyway. You'll be there in 912,089,124.4 seconds. You'll give me a stack? Okay. Okay. Shit. In that case, got here. I'll do a heroic bond. Get here. You stay stocked. Good. That's it's preparation. You know, it's the name of the game. I don't. I talk a big preparation game, but then when it comes down to it, it's like I need sow pots, I need food, I need drink, I need bandages. Low on pump. No, I'm never low on pumice. You know, I always got pumice. You know, I always got golem wands. But I feel like I'm low on invis right now on this cleric. Can't wait for the food update. Yes, I know. Muffin enjoyers can, you know, they'll really enjoy that snack-sized, classic Brad intended. You know, what do you want to call it? Sustainability. Iron rations are back on the menu. Absolutely. All right, let's get this going. Making a silent move. You're more of a frog leg connoisseur. So you can make pickled froglock. Is that edible? I know it's for a quest. That'd be interesting. You know, just chomping on flavorful bits. Oh shit, I'm on the. I logged my warrior. I keep talking Shadow Knight and I log my warrior. What's up? I'm up on the tower. Oh, you can't even see. I'm up on the tower. Stat food will be longer. Ooh, it's time to start trade skilling, you're saying. Get on it. Alright, I'm getting back on the Shadow Knight. That's not a Shadow Knight, that's a warrior. Don't be confused. I know. And I have a troll shaman now, too. You might think it's a Shadow Knight. It's not. Alright. Back to it. We're just gonna start over here. I've killed one giant so far. A little resi poo. But I got buffs out of it. And some drink is a sweet trade, honestly. I'm feeling rejuvenated on Wipeout. I play him like a Shadow Knight, I know, right? Especially now at low level. I gotta get him a two-hander. Because I want to play him again like a Shadow Knight. I want to get big bopping. Big boppies. Alright. Back to it. Speaking of Shadow Knights. Well adjusted. I'm well adjusted for that life. And Tony's block party, exactly. Gator Smash. That's the perfect like bopper I'm talking about. So classic. So classic. Fardo, yeah, you offering a ride? Maybe I'll take a ride. I could always change the title of the stream, right? I come up with a plan sometimes. Like today, I was like, oh, I'll just solo up here. Because it's so early. I'm not counting on anybody waking up / being awake, you know what I mean? But if anybody wants to do something, we can get together. We got 2 whole hours of grinding almost, you know? As always, as every Thursday. Oh boy, I didn't med the mana. Solo Shadow Knight refuses to share Ice Giants. You like that title? It's, you know, like I said, you gotta have a plan. That was my plan. I should have perhaps, you know, maybe, just maybe, netted. Slight amount. Think this Ice Giant's gonna solo me? Nah, we got this. I should maybe, try to root it or something. Ah, there goes the snare. That was nice while it lasted. Alright, land a root. Come on. I just want to root him and sit. That's a disease cloud. It's I'm just kind of using it as a spacer right now. It's not. It's a small dot, a very barely perceptible but still existent dot. Yeah, I casted it. It wakes you up from mez. But to be real, I was just using it as a spacer. Oh shit! I accidentally screen dragged. Good thing I wasn't near a zone line. Could have got permabanned. Oh my god, I got hit sitting. What am I doing? Yeah, Disease Cloud used to be your favorite spell. I know, it was so good. It's too good. Insufficient mana. Why was I sitting? What was up with that? It was a stupid move. I am taking the tactical advantage. Where's the sound effect? Why didn't it play? Did you guys hear it? I didn't hear it. I see that it was claimed. The one button rotation.
A tactical advantage, but that's why it gets easier.
There it is. That's why it gets easier. I don't know why that took so long. Oh my god. Why that thing hit me from downtown? What is going on? I'm tilted. Where's the tilted emotes? I'm tilted. Tilted already. Okay, keep the points. Right. Fair and square. Oh, holy shit. Shoot it! Nice. This is good. Quest OP. There we go. There's a one hit. Ugh. Hit me from so freaking far away. It's a blue one this time. That's part of the problem. Okay. Doing fine. I'm doing fine. This is good. Still no mana for a fear, though. You want to talk TTS? Ugh! Holy shit. I got really lucky right there. Missed the slash. What percent is this at? 29%. This is barely any percent. Should have taken the invisible wall. I thought about it. Yeah, but I wanted to go for a swing, you know what I mean? One swing. If it went bad, I was right there by the zone line. That was my plan. I was hoping the swing would hit, you know, big double attack. Maybe turn him around right there. Would have been nice. Maybe turn him around. Fear. Let's go. Ugh. Interrupted. Losing my haste. The posture change. I'm no longer running. Now I'm fighting. Sit up for this. Alright. Blobnob's here. He thinks I'm going to share this ice giant with him. Read the title, buddy. I'm just joshing you. I'm yanking your chain. Locking in. Yeah, exactly. I'm not muted, am I? Come on. All right. Fear, come on, come on. That no mana interrupt. Shit, 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 I'm dead. Rise and grind, let's go. Time to refill the coffee. Oh my god. Alright, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Trombone fail from Price is Right. I need that. I'm gonna add that sound effect for moments like this. Hey, cheers. Cheers. Let's silver lining this. Silver lining. Harm touch is up now, right? Harm touch has been down since 4 days ago, 5 days ago, whatever it was. I found that player named Weather Related out in Timorous Deep. And you know, I used the harm touch to great effect. But in you know, Rogan's wisdom, harm touch doesn't come back when you're offline now. So I've been trying, you know, I'll log on well adjusted, kill a giant, get a couple minutes on the harm touch timer down, but it was still going to be probably towards the end of the stream for harm touch to come back up. We're just getting started and harm touch is back up. Oh shit, I just got like super strong. You know what I mean? Feeling powerful now. If I had harm touch, I could have finished that giant off. And I would have, you know, rather than die right there. That last second, like when he hit me down to like a sliver and I couldn't move full speed anymore, you know what I mean? It was over. It was done. I thought about maybe I could try to pull an HP item and not lose XP, but it's like, one, it happened too fast, and two, does that even really help? Like, I think a res is probably faster than anything else right now, so, you know, kind of want that XP loss. If you pull the item, you only get a 6-minute corpse for res, and that's, you know what I mean? There's a lot to weigh there. I'm fine with it. It ain't bad. It ain't good, but it ain't bad. So that's the silver lining, right? Silver lining number 2. I should use this opportunity Buy some arrows, right? You saw me just shoot through like half a quiver right there. Yatoya's Block Party, you're correct. It is not classic at all, and it used to. Lay on Hands actually might still cycle while you're offline. I don't know. I don't know for sure. I'm pretty sure it's just Harm Touch. It's anti-chewy legislation that they implemented many years ago, and they didn't even bring it back. Okay, Lay on Hands doesn't either. Okay, well that's good. They at least tried to pretend it wasn't anti-chewy. Spells don't either, but should. So what I used to do, I still do, but I used to also, was have a lot of Shadow Knights, right? And the way I would play it, I called it the Harm Touch Revolver, right? I would play a Shadow Knight, Harm Touch somebody, get the kill, log off the Shadow Knight, log in the next Shadow Knight. PvP happens, Harm Touch is up, get the kill, log out of that Shadow Knight, log on the, you know what I mean? Like, they didn't like this. It was deemed too powerful. The only fix was to make Harm Touch not come back when you're offline. Like I said, this was a long time ago. This was like probably 13 plus years ago now. And so when I came back, I made a bunch of Shadow Knights, but it's not the same anymore. You know what I mean? When I used to have a bunch of Shadow Knights, that was the reason. Now I have a bunch of Shadow Knights. It's out of habit. The fun of it all. Okay, you need me to port? Alright, let me grab these arrows before I forget. Or I guess I can get them after the port because there's a couple zones. There's a little legwork here. Let's make a silent move. Get on the druid. The druid mate, as Fardotron put it. I'll get on the druid mate. Anyways, we got a question of the day coming up on Sunday. Hope you're here for it. Every Sunday. Swantacular Splash Fest. And if you didn't already know, perhaps I can make you aware that there's a new day of the week. It's called Tuesday. Alright? We slipped a new day in there every week. And it's in the afternoon. It's one of those 2-hour days. It's crazy. From 4 to 6 on Tuesday. What day is Tuesday? Well, you'll have to check the Discord to find out. Or, you know, Twitch schedule, etc. There's so many ways. You can find out. I'll tell you. It's usually Tuesday. Try to be consistent. That's the only one that, you know, Tuesday or Wednesday. It's always Tuesday, but, you know, based on the calendar, it's a little wishy-washy. But, you know, it's not wishy-washy. Rise and grind, right? Thursday morning, 6 a.m. You could call it bright and early. I'm here, enjoying EverQuest. You gotta make time for EverQuest sometimes. And this is the time I made for it. Every week. For like probably 50 plus weeks, right? When's the last time I missed a Thursday stream? It's been a long time. 2024, I would guess. Maybe even earlier. It's wild. All right. Let's see here. Where are we going? What are we doing? I'm the one who died. I should know where I need a res. Alright, that was fun. That was exciting. Now the blood's flowing. You know what I mean? Start off on a low note. And you know, and everything else is a bright and shining finish. Let me give you Sal first. It might not stick. Oh, it's stuck. Good. That was brutal though. Shooting half a quiver arrows into that ice giant and then still getting killed by it. Oh my god. All right, maybe it wasn't half a quiver. Maybe it was like a quarter quiver, but still, you know what I mean? Like, I was invested. All right, let's make a silent move. I gotta remember what I was doing. I was buying arrows, right? I'm in Grob, silver lining number 2. Little supply stop. I could grab the things that I need, right? Arrows. I guess I could probably buy a little food and drink. I don't think it was like crucial at the moment, but it's good to have more. Grab bandages. I'm not planning on taking damage, but if I run out of mana, stuff happens. I guess it could have been worse too, right? This isn't a silver lining as much as a, I don't know. But, you know, at least I died to a giant and not a player. That would have been... I think I'm tilted now. Alright. Well-adjusted is undefeated in PvP. Right? I'm not trying to mess that up. But, you know, anything could happen. It's a PvP server. I was gonna hit the bank up. I was gonna hit up the arrow vendor. And maybe, just maybe, I should see my trainer. I feel like I have all my skills. I have disarm, I have hide. Okay, I have all my skills. I could maybe spend some points in archery or something. It seems like my skill is pretty bad. How much dilly-dallying I do while he's running that. Shout out to Fardotron, thank you. Helping me out with this, you know, little cleanup operation. Couple pumice. I said arrows, food, drink, bandages, maybe. Yeah. I should buy a bag. Because I can't carry all these. I can't turn. Ugh. I was trying to turn, I was in that chat window up there. Or buff window, whatever this is. That's the one bad thing about my setup. Well, one of the several bad things about my setup, right? A little congested here in the middle of the screen. As far as trying to mouse turn, you gotta, you know, you can't do it down here, can't do it up here. Be careful over here. Be careful over here. It leaves you like middle, top left, top right. Like this is self-inflicted, you know? I did this to myself. But I think it's worth it for the TikTokification of EverQuest. Chop off the left, chop off the right. You got a vertical video right there. Ready to go. I don't have to make surgery on it where I'm like trying to cut out the HP and paste it back in. So, you know what I mean? Because I don't want to cut out relevant stuff. You've seen the solutions I've tried to come up with over the years, right? They were crazy. To make this game into a vertical video after, right? I don't know. If you haven't seen it, just check TikTok. It's there. Now, by 6 stacks of arrows. 8 stacks of arrows. That's like parkour right there. If you can't make that jump, don't talk to me. No, I'm just kidding. Practice it. It's tough. Do it again. Let's see if I can do it again. Twice. So I jumped a little early and my jump was gonna. Gotta get it just right. Strafing. Wait, why am I camping? We're doing this. This is the one I'm playing. I'm playing the Shadow Knight. Gonna get a res. Be right back to it. Alright. Check the vendors while we're out about. You like how I picked up just enough plat to buy all that stuff? That was pretty convenient. I did forget to get bandages though. That's alright. Remember this guy? I forgot this guy existed. He sells the dwarf pickles. I remember buying fairy pickles from this guy too, back in the day. Like on live. You guys remember this? Like this in the era, we definitely should have fairy pickles here too, and they get +1 save magic, and they're expensive. Or to me they were expensive, but nowadays I would probably buy those. I think Boomba the Big still sells them, right? He better. But somebody must have convinced them it's not classic. But I disagree. Anecdotal evidence. I was there. I remember. Dwarven pickles, definitely. I'm glad those are still there. But I could have sworn even on the early days of Red, we had fairy pickles there. Or pickled fairy, whatever it's called. But it's just the food with +1 save magic. Like I said, it's like, it might be like a plat each or something like that, or like a little more than a plat each. And it's like, when I saw that, my blue bee self could not comprehend why anybody would want to spend like such an outrageous amount just for +1 save magic. I would spend 10 plat for a +1 save magic food right now. Maybe. Pixie pickles, 5 gold, 9 silver. Yeah, okay. Antonio's Block Party. Thank you. They're classic, right? For what reason is it not sold right there? It's pretty weird. Maybe they're sold out. Must be a supplier issue. Alright, yes. I am ready. I didn't even mem any spells. Who needs spells? Pixie parts are on back order. There was the pixie flu came through. Alright. Well, luckily I can still move, even though I am carrying some stuff. Thank you. I gotta play it safe, right? This is the PvP server. I'm streaming it. Did you hear ding? Oh, should I dance for it? Oops, I disbanded the group. Should I dance for the ding? Cheer for the ding. Hey, what's up, everybody? Yes, I'm on my corpse here. Cheering, dancing. We're just getting started over here. It's, it's no big deal. It's not the way I wanted to start the stream, but now that it's happened, I wouldn't have it any other way, right? No regrets. We're just gonna, take a little, no, not take a knee, take a little bow, and a big thank you to everybody who's here right now. A reminder, hey you, yes you, we're just getting started over here, and Sunday is going to be a huge stream. As always, Sunday is always a huge stream. This Sunday coming up is no exception. I'm hoping for the biggest one yet, right? Biggest Swamptacular Splash Fest yet. It's going to be a party. We're going to celebrate. What will we celebrate? Maybe 33 Sunday Swamptacular Splash Fests in 2025. Oh, / rude to the haters. I almost forgot. How could... Listen. Thank you. A / rude to the haters. Listen. If you were cheering that Ice Giant on, well, for one, I blame you. No, I'm just kidding. But no, for real though, / rude. for the haters. Don't be hating. Another one. And if you're hating in the back, if you lurking in the background, peeking around the door frame, hating in silence. I got a close up rude for you. All right. Anyways, what a rude gesture that is. All right. I think I can finally loot some gear. It's so much coin that's what I was afraid of, right? Going encumbered from that. Don't want to do that. Right? Epiz was out here buffing the Giants. It must be the case. You know what the issue was? I didn't have any mana going into the fight. It was a very silly move of me. A very predictable, repeatable, and silly move. You know what I mean? Uh, it is what it is. I should say I'm used to it by now because it's nothing new. Let me get rid of some of this freaking crap. Alright. I don't need to keep a corpse. I don't even have a hammer. Not yet. That's something I should do.
Ma'am, this is a Wendy's.
What's going on, Runs with Sheep? How you doing? Good to see you. It's bright and early over here where I'm at. I got the coffee in hand. I'm doing the Rise and Grind show in the morning every Thursday. Pay no attention to the res effects. You know what I mean? Everything's going absolutely swimmingly and without a hitch. Doing good, making extremely late night dinner. There you go. Dinner is whatever time you eat your third meal. That's what I like to say. Like, fine, maybe there's dinner time. It's the time that's generally accepted for eating dinner. Sure. Eating dinner at dinner time is, a thing a lot of people do. But if you didn't eat your lunch until, later in the afternoon, and you're not hungry at dinner time, then, that late night snack, that's dinner. Let's face it. Let's face it. Let me get some spells memmed. Just another regular thing that doesn't mean anything. Just because I don't have my spells up. What, you think something happened? No, it's like, it was a little bit of an oopsie. I had a oopsie. A light disaster. Mild, moderate. Alright. Get some spells going on. I need this one down there. This one right here. I like to do it from here. That way I know my stuff's right. They make protein everything now, Ishiwatari. What? What's the other spell I need? Vampiric Embrace and Disease Cloud. We're good. Alright, I got a clicky to do. I'm back to it. Did I sit while I was AFK? No. Would that have been smart? Yes. Did I get full mana? No. Did I learn anything from my past mistakes? No. Okay, maybe I learned. No, I didn't learn anything. Let's face it. Let's be real. Like, I know what to do. I know what not to do. But that doesn't mean that necessarily I'll obey by that. What I should do is, you know, mad. Trap D87, what's going on? Hey, you been on Red lately, or were you on Quarm before that? You back on Quarm? What's good? How you been? Just getting started over here, just in time. Thursday rise and grind. Oh, hey, it's anybody sipping coffee? Cheers. Got Chilogan in the house too. Got Fardotron in the house. It's a good Ishiwatari. Antonius Block Party in the chat. Palestine I seen. Who else here this morning? Runs with Sheep. Yeah, great turnout this morning. I should probably recast a fear if I'm gonna be scrolling chat. Scroll. Yeah, I think that's everybody who's been chatting so far this morning. Ishiwatari EQ, of course. Uh-oh, I let the fear wear off and take the beats. You know what I need? I need a pot G. Anybody got a 60 Drew with pot G real quick? That's what I need. That's like the secret sauce, you know what I mean? The magic buff, the missing link. Level 1 in full tatter. Okay, I mean, something here was decent. Alright, I'll get this thing off these. Ugh. Twinked, as you could call it. yeah. I mean, hey, level 1 full tattered, that goes a long way compared to, you know, nothing / partial cloth, perhaps. Yeah, it's a nice cloak. Not bad. Or he drops a weapon. Yeah, it's really not bad. 20 save cold is considerable. A little HP, decent. I mean, 8 armor class for 1 slot. You want to talk about twinked for a level 1? That's crazy. Frankenbeans.
_Frankenbeans rated your channel with 12 viewers.
What's going on? I think Frank's gone crazy. What's going on, dude? Good morning. Hey, I have a feeling you're about to go to bed because on the East Coast the sun's rising over here. But anybody who's just waking up, cheers. It's the rise and grind every Thursday. Got this going on. I need to kite this. I keep forgetting and trying to face tank. Right? I'm still waking up. I said I'm not sharing the giants, and Fardotron is here anyway, trying to share giants. I will. I'll share the giants. I'll change the title. The only people I'll share with is my friends. I'm not sharing with any ops. We got this. We've taken this camp by force. It's a very good camp. It's a 2-person solo, yeah. The power of Pine Sol. Has anybody got the name Pine Sol on this server? That's a good name. I don't think I've ever seen the name, but I took 8 years off. I was fully retired from this game. Hell was full, so I'm come back. I came back like what? Almost 3 years ago now, probably. Something like that. Time flies when you're having fun. I've been having... Past 3 years have been fun like when I was in middle school and this game came out. You know? What a time to be alive. 2025. I'm definitely gonna sit after this one. I'm out of mana. Fully.
There he is.
Hey, thank you for that follow. Oh shit. This thing hit me sitting real hard. Follower goal met. Uh-oh. I already owe you guys a hot tub stream and a saxophone serenade. So, you know, stay tuned. They can't happen. Neither one of those is going to happen on a rise and grind. That's like the one guarantee I can give you. Too early in the morning. Bust the saxophone out. I got neighbors. This is quite the resilient giant here. Now, those are Tuesday specials. That sounds more like it. That really does. Anyway, I got to come up with another special, right? That's a third goal, and I haven't even done the first two. I don't forget though. I got a memory like a. I can't remember the name of that animal that has a good memory. You know what I mean, though. Anything more swampy than a hot tub on a hot Sunday summer morning? It'd be quite the stream. I gotta figure out the logistics. But speaking of logistics, I'm over here just like pooping out giant toes. I think I let some pummices rot. I dropped some when I was like doing my whole thing. And I don't think I picked them up. It's okay though. I didn't need that 38 plat anyway. It was just extra money. Maybe I picked them up. I really don't think I did. As long as I have some pummices and a whole bunch of arrows, I'm happy. I have both. So, oh yeah, we happy. Okay. What else we got going on? I did unding and reding already. And this stream's just getting started. Can you believe it? It was my own fault. I pulled with no mana. It was a day much like today. In fact, it was earlier this morning. And I was like trying to face tank a giant, took some beats, was fear kiting a little bit, full speed because snare cost too much mana. I ran out of mana for that too. I was like trying to sneak in some meds. I got hit sitting down, I think twice. I know, 580, that's what I'm saying. I need something to celebrate that. I need to, if anybody has any ideas of how I can properly commemorate the 580 milestone, right? It seems like only yesterday. If Blue Cow is here, he can attest that, you know, a few years ago when I was starting on Twitch, right, I should say 570-60. Frankenbeans is coming in fast. Frankenbeans will be 600 very soon, and he deserves every single follower and more, much more. Frankenbeans got bars. If anybody doesn't know, I don't. They already know. They must know because you know, it's if you're alive and an EverQuest enjoyer online. You know what I mean? Like you don't just log into your server, but you actually like consume EverQuest media beyond that. You already know what Frankenbeans is up to. But if you don't know, you definitely need to. I'm gonna do a shout out right now. / shout out. So I did in caps, but 99 underscore Frankenbeans. Here we go. There you go. Shout out to Frankenbeans. If you don't already know, please click his name, give him a follow right now. You will not regret it. He puts on like the best show. All right, 43 plat off that giant alone. The dude, we are just getting started over here. Thursday morning, you could set your alarm clock to this. You know what I mean? If you get up at 6 a.m. Eastern on a Thursday, you could set your alarm to this. I'm not gonna let you down. I'm the wake up call, right? Turn notifications on, and I guess turn your make sure your phone's on a real loud volume. That notification will wake you up because I'm going live 6 a.m. every Thursday. If you have to get up on a Monday, a Tuesday, a Saturday, maybe my stream's not gonna help you with that. But Sunday, if you got to get up 6 a.m. on a Sunday, guess what? I got you because I'm going live every 6 a.m. The Jay-Z of Norath, absolutely. I don't know if Frankenbeans knows this, but I was actually a YouTube subscriber to him before I ever saw him stream, and I was streaming here on Twitch, right? Streaming Red 99, and it was the end of the stream, and I always end the stream with a raid. And I asked chat, is there anybody I should raid? And Chilogan, shout out to Chilogan, told me raid Frankenbeans. And I saw the avatar, right? On the raid screen. It shows me the avatar. I'm like, oh, I know this guy! I love this guy's videos! It's really him, and I was like, this is awesome. You know what I mean? I was super pumped to see Frankenbeans live on Twitch. So he's like I said, he's coming in fast, like on Twitch, but he's got that like head start because he's been doing this. He's been in the space, putting out like the top quality content. Like when Frankenbeans drops a new song and or music video, you know what I mean? It's the event of the year. Let's face it. Norath listen, you're in our world now. That's the old Norath motto, right? It is. You're in our world now. But it's a small world. It feels pretty big when there's only 7 players online on the whole server, which is what Red is facing this morning. Listen, Frankenbeans, I'm not trying to glaze you like too hard. I'm just, I gotta be honest. I'm an honest guy, and I need a sow. Honestly, I need a sow, and Spirit of Wolf rhymes with World of Warcraft. That's a hill I will die on. If that loses me some followers and I dip below my goal, it just wasn't meant to be. I'm still trying to think of how we're celebrating that goal. We saw 48 in the 50 to 60 range. Oh, wow. See, I mean, like, the server's not dead. It just takes naps. It just takes, yeah, I wonder what they were goofing off killing. Probably, there's probably DOZ. DOZ's been pulling some numbers lately and doing some kills, I can't deny it. I would like to try, if I catch wind of what's going on where, I will try to deny it, but I won't I won't deny what's happening. But I think, I think both sides are still killing some stuff, to be honest. I wouldn't know. I stay out of the raid scene. I'm more of a, groupable troll these days. Like a bear hibernating. Yeah, I mean, there's a little hibernation plus naps. Bear hibernating. Yeah, I mean, Red 99 is it's been around. It's not a new server. Let's call it what it is. It's let's call it late stage Velius, right? Very late stage Velius. And this is after an extended Kun arc. Like, it's kind of weird. The makeup of the server is kind of weird. I love a fresh one, but okay. Have they commented when they're planning to launch a new P99? No. There was comments once upon a time, like before they launched Green or whatever. This is while I was retired, though. So anything I say is like, you're getting this information like third. With a shit emoji. Yeah, there was that. That was the closest thing that we got for Red confirmation, right? Somebody said something about a new Red server. And Rogan, the real Rogan that runs P99 and makes all the calls, responded with a poop emoji. So, you know, I'm sure that means good. Something good. Just to be totally real, like you know, I mean, we gotta accept reality that he hates us. He has hated us, for a long time. Well, that's fine. You know what I mean? He keeps the server up for us, so thanks, Rogan. You know, I always try to show a little respect where it's due, especially now that we finally saw the agreement, the actual signed, notarized agreement, Exhibit C. From this Daybreak versus THJ saga in the Southern District of California courts, we finally saw the actual P99 agreement. And you know what I mean? Like, he really, the power's in his hands. He could have pulled the plug on this. Easily could have pulled the plug on this. You heard the Red community has had its fair share of, real life stuff to Rogan's work and whatnot. So that was like one dude. That was Cast. Remember Cast? He might just be in his hatred for the Red community. I mean, it's kind of rude to hold the whole, community accountable for, you know what I mean? Like, they disbanded Holocaust. They, you know what I mean? Banned all them. Cast crashed out. Did a lot of stuff. Like, what, 15 years ago now? Literally a decade and a half ago. So, you know what I mean? Like, at some point, like, you gotta feel like that was one guy. And, maybe a couple of his guildies too. There's that Little Gyno. Remember Little Gyno? Where did I see the agreement? Hey, join my Discord. Can somebody provide him with the link to the Discord? I'll refresh it right there. I found it on Reddit. The actual link to the court file. So I read it from the source, like a .gov link. You know what I mean? Because I want to make sure I'm seeing it in the right place. Yeah, it's everywhere. It's everywhere right now. But yeah, so it was like, it was probably right after a Thursday, right? It was Thursday morning, I had my stream, and then like later that morning, the documents leaked. So I waited until Sunday to talk about it, right? Yeah, because those agreements are from 2015. That's 10 years ago, exactly. It's crazy. And we never knew. We never knew any of that stuff. Like, so much of it is a surprise. And nowhere does it say that they can't make a new server. You know what I mean? As long as they're not doing like Planet Side or I don't know what Daybreak owns. Does Daybreak own Planet Side? As long as they're not doing another Daybreak IP, they're good. They're good to go. Um, basically sounds Red sounds like they've given him more grief than the other two servers. Um, maybe it was. Yeah, I don't know. It was so long ago. But he you wonder who owns the rights to Star Wars Galaxy? It's an interesting question. Sir Pak. If Sir Pak is around, I'll have to ask him sometime. He hops in this chat every now and then. He's a big Star Wars Galaxy guy. He's he's huge in that galaxy, so I hear. You know what I mean? So I bet he would know. Just like we know who runs our emus and, you know, who owns the IP and all that stuff. You know what I mean? If you're immersed enough, you know. You've looked it up. But I've never tried that game yet. I haven't played any Star Wars games since, remember Dark Forces? It was kind of like, almost like a Quake style FPS. Early days of 3D PC games. It was that was my first FPS experience, I think. Or maybe okay, no. You know what? Around the same time, probably actually earlier, there was this shareware game with the terrible live action cutscenes. Yeah. So I think that must have been later. I think Ken's Labyrinth. You ever play Ken's Labyrinth? I'd played that. I'd never played Doom or any of those, you know what I mean? I was young. I think, you know what I mean? I was at the mercy of what my parents would buy, and you know, my parents weren't buying Doom for their young child. So I never actually played that one as a kid. But I did get a hold of Ken's Labyrinth shareware, and that was fun. As long as it doesn't interfere with the Daybreak release of TLP or new content. Right, exactly. That was the thing. They can't they wanted it was all about the timing, right? They didn't like the competition of, you know, hot new emu can't interfere with hot new TLP, right? The TLP has to be able to thrive. That was what the agreement really seemed to be all about more than anything. And you know what I mean? We can't neglect that line in there about unblock Daybreak employees and you can't block us again. You know what I mean? Like, did you guys see that part in there? I think that was a very interesting, you know what I mean? Read between the lines there. Like, they knew what they were doing was not cool because they had already blocked these guys, basically. Right? That's what it seems like. I never knew that, right? That was never... There's a lot of stuff that was never really disclosed to us because it was none of our business, you know? Fair enough. I just thought that was a really funny little tidbit. There's all sorts of little tidbits. Alright, let me kill another one. Okay, so there is another Star Wars game I actually played since then. Maybe two. I remember a Phantom Menace game that was pretty cool. It was like you were like playing the movie, basically. It was a PC game, and it was like it was the movie, but like it was an action game. You know what I mean? Like you're in the scenes, you gotta like, you know, make Darth Maul fall down the, you know, fall down the, you know what I mean? You gotta fight Darth Maul, try to chop him in half, fall down in the pit type stuff. It was pretty cool. And the other one was a Battlefront or something like that. I remember playing one on like a PlayStation, one of the PlayStations. My brother had it. I was playing it with him. It was pretty cool. You know what I mean? Like you spawn in as, you know, whatever, Jedi or Sith or whatever, and you're just like running around a whole large scale battle, deflecting blaster bolts and you know, chopping stuff down. And if you die, you respawn as that Jedi, but it like costs the team a bunch of you know, troopers or whatever. It was cool. Cool game. X-Wing and TIE Fighter. Those were old school. Yeah. I played those too. Now that you mention it. I played a bunch of Star Wars games as a kid. I really liked Star Wars. Like, I got into it right before Special Edition. Right? Like I was homesick from school and my mom put on Star Wars tape for me and I was like hooked. I was like, this is the coolest stuff ever. And then like they announced the special edition. It could have been why she put on the tape. She might have known there was a special edition coming out and I just didn't know yet. But I remember like finding out about a special edition like right after I got into it. I'm like, oh, I can't wait for that. And you know, I liked it as a kid. That was like, I thought a big improvement. But as I got older, I could see now where some of the changes were potentially annoying to some people. But I was a kid and I was just enjoying it. And I was super duper into it, you know, original trilogy. And then this, you know, episode 1 came out and yeah, I was one of those people that was like not really into it. I don't like change, let's face it. That's why I'm still here playing EverQuest Classic, Troll Shadow Knight. You know what I mean? I'm a creature of habit. I like things a certain way. And I don't know. Then episode 2, that like sealed it for me. I kind of liked episode 3, but I don't think I've seen it more than once. And I've never seen anything since. I like swore it off. Like episode 2 pretty much like just did it for me. And maybe I've missed out on some good stuff because of that, but I'm just a grumpy old troll, what can I say? Is this a repeat of that giant that killed me? I'm over here with no mana somehow again. Trying to channel fears. At least I have harm touch up this time. Alright. Let's just take it the safe way now. Since I picked up arrows, I don't feel so bad about this. Alright. Easy. All I needed to do last time. But instead I tried to channel a fear. I had the mana, so I was excited. I wanted to use it. I paid the price. But this time, the giant pays the price. Let's see what he pays. Let's check his pockets. Check all his pockets. 2 platinum, 79 gold. That can't be it. Come on. I guess that's it. It up a little bit. Just enough to scramble around and struggle with another one. How about that? Nah, it would be so much more effective if I just made enough and then kill, right? Note to self. I say these things out loud, like, you know, Multiple reasons. Because I like to chat with you guys, and because I'm trying to remind myself. Just sit. Just chill out. Sit on my hands. Now, I do have to do /who. The PvP server. I can't get too comfy. Anyway, Sunday Swamptacular Splash Fest 2025 is this weekend. It's every weekend. But it's especially this weekend. I do believe it's going to be number 33. I got to check my notes. But 33, that's like a palindrome, right? Maybe we should have a palindrome party somehow. I don't know how yet. Figure it out. All right. Yes. Palindrome party, okay? We're going to have a prize for the best palindrome name for this Sunday. I just thought of this. Palindrome party. That's when it's the same forwards and backwards, okay? So come up with a good palindrome name. Log into Red 99 in time for the palindrome party contest judging, which is going to be at noon. Okay? At yes, noon. I'm gonna write this down before I forget because this is good. This is go. Let me cook. Hold on. Let me cook. Noon Sunday. Swamptacular Splash Fest 2025. Number 33. Palindrome party. Best palindrome name contest at noon. There we go. Sunday Swamptacular Splash Fest 2025, number 33's Palindrome Party, Best Palindrome Name Contest at noon. Okay? You heard it here first. Noon at Grob. Yes, yes, yes. That's where the prize is going to be. We got to have it where the prize is. The prize is in Grob. It'll be something good. There's something good. Right now, I'll contribute an FBSS, and we'll see where that ranks in the prizes, right? Is that the grand prize, or is that just one of the prizes? There will be multiple prizes, okay? I'm contributing I'm pledging an FBSS right now to the prize pool, okay? FBSS provided by Chewy. Quest to Grob Cleaver, yes. Excellent. Is there any weapons or EverQuest items that are palindromes? I wonder. Oh, Chilogan, you asked what the question of the day was last Sunday. It was probably right before I died, huh? Because we changed the subject real quick. The question of the day last Sunday was, what's your favorite class in EverQuest? It was the most simple and straightforward question of the day yet, I do believe. You know what I mean? One of the rare occurrences where you don't need like a whole friggin' paragraph of preamble to set the scene, you know? Give context to the question. You pledge 500 plat of Ishiwatari's Ishiwatari's bank money to second place. Hilarious. Hilarious. But yeah, palindromes. Like, there's a few radar. Radar is a palindrome. I don't want to give away all the good ones, right? I want to see some good ones on stream, so I'll stop right there. But You know, if you're real committed, last names potentially count, right? It's part of your name, right? If you have a long palindrome that's first name, last name, you know what I mean? And it all comes together to, you know, to win the contest, that shows the commitment, right? Because you got to be level 20 to get a last name. So just keep that in mind. I'm giving you some time. It's red server. You see me almost hit level 20 in one sitting last weekend. It can be done. If anybody needs a power level, I got you. I got you. Just, you know, don't tell me your name. Right? I don't know. I think about these things and I say them out loud. And then I think about it. Right. No, that doesn't make sense. Anyways. It's full speed kiting over here. Snare is overrated. We got J-boot speed. We'll keep up. I keep checking that slash who. Uh-oh. Someone got the name Pine Sol? Yes! That's the power of Pine Sol. That's a really good name, I think. Can't believe it was available. You know, that's brand recognition right there. The twist is they actually made this druid a long time ago. And it's just been sitting, waiting. I'm frequently surprised by the names that you can still get on Red server in 2025. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes it's crazy to me. That giant had 4 plat. What a chump. What's up with these chump change giants? I want some big money. Anyone with hardwood, vinyl, or laminate flooring and a cat. And, like, you say a cat who vomits, but just like any cat, because they all got something to cough up every now and then. They know the value of Pine Sol, right? It smells so good. Love that smell. But I wonder who it is that made that. If I had to guess, I'd guess Chillogan. But I could be wrong. Whoever it is already logged off. Got 60 HP, 25 mana. I'm ready to rock. What just happened? I didn't mess with the stream, did I? I was trying to do a slash who on EverQuest, and I started doing a slash who in OBS, but not in the chat. It was like, I don't know what was about to happen, but I was just like typing stuff, and hopefully I didn't screw up any settings that we like over here. What's this guy concept? Indifferent. That's good. I almost chased a giant into there recently, and I was a little nervous because I know there's an NPC in there, but I wasn't sure if he was green or red or blue or, you know, any of the colors. I wasn't sure if he was gonna be aggressive. You know, easy solution, just target him and consider him. I was on the other side of, you know what I mean? I wasn't in a position to do all that, I felt at the time. The XP's not bad. Considering I de-leveled earlier, and I'm a good chunking into it. You know what I mean? Like, you could say it's pretty good. A good chunking. I like this whip. It's a little slow, but it hits hard when it hits. A little slow is good though, you know? Oh my god. I guess, honestly, 46 delay, that's not that slow. It's a little slow. It's certainly not fast. Alright, I guess I'll fear it. For some reason, I was like, I'll save some mana. But it's like, at what cost? All my health? Kinda got lucky with that channeling there. Knocked me back and I got back into the spot, it looked like. I was playing that numbers go up game a little last night. You know how it goes. I pop on it, I change some settings or whatever, and then I pop back off because you gain stuff while you're off on the game too. Different stuff. Instead of farming the adventure zone that you pick, you're farming the Tower of Infinite Pissed Off Dudes, it's called. Whoa. I just screen dragged, it was weird. Anyway, and you get perks from that. Perk points. Or earn experience towards perk points. You know, you get other stuff too, whatever. But, anyway, I finally beat boss 100. You could say I'm moving along in there. I like it. It's got all the stuff I love in a grindy game. It's like the most in-depth management sim I've ever seen as far as like a good nonsense game. Very, very nonsensical, like in a way that I love. But you know what I'm trying to say is it's like Lemonade Tycoon times a billion, maybe a trillion. It's just like so crazy, so much going on. Except for graphics. It doesn't really have graphics. Just a lot of numbers and text and bars and all that stuff. The kind of stuff I like. I'm currently farming 3 Titans in that game. The third one is Jake from Accounting. That's his name. And he drops like office gear, khaki pants, a tie, stapler. Good stuff. Really strong gear. But his cooldown is twice the first 2 Titans cooldown. They were an hour each. He's every 2 hours. And when you're offline and you farm them, you get the XP, you get the arbitrary points or AP, but you don't get the gear. You have to be online to get the gear. So, so I might leave it up and let it farm that gear. I have the item filter now, so I can avoid filling up my inventory before it happens. There's a lot going on. I got the gold diggers finally. And they are cool. You just, I have one available gold digger slot, and I choose which I want active, and it drains gold per second, but you can't drain more than you make. And they're very expensive, so you can't even like activate them until you've been, you know, in that rebirth for a while, because they're just very prohibitively expensive. Probably like, what comes after trillions? Quadrillions? They're probably like 1 quadrillion gold per second at a minimum. That's a lot. That's a lot of gold. When you got that kind of income, you can activate them, and if you have more, you can level them up. And they give more effect, and they're pretty good. It's just another level of multiplying your stats. Just silly stuff. But since you can only have as many as you have slots available active, you got to pick which stat you're. You know, are you focusing adventure? Are you focusing the boss fight? Are you trying to, you know, are you farming gear? Are you farming XP? Like which one are you boosting right now? But there's ways obviously to get more slots available, but you're just multiplying the gold you're spending now, so it's fun. It's a balancing act. I like it. Something to talk about while I med anyway. We can keep it Norath for now. Let's look at what we got going on. We got a few flowers online. We see Nemesis is online. He's in that guild, the Horde. I'm not trying to pick on those guys. They're just some of the bravest fighters out right now. As far as I ran into a few people from the Horde lately, and some of them have made the first move. Like the clip I uploaded last night. It happened last night. I was playing well adjusted. Harm touch was down, right? Still, it was down from the other day. It was down this morning. It was down all in between. So last night, being in between, it was down. I had to fight a wizard with harm touch down, but it was fine because he made the first move. He came in and started casting an ice comet, and I closed the gap and I bashed him and interrupted it. And the whole rest of the fight, he was in scramble mode. He was like channeling shadow steps or yonders or whatever wizards do, you know. But they were not yondering him far enough. He was getting these little bitty yonders, and I'm sure that was frustrating for him because I was just on him real bad. And that was it. That was the fight. You know, no harm touch necessary. Just took him out. Pretty painless. Got like, you know, some of this plat I'm carrying right now. A lot of it also came from the giants the old-fashioned way, you know. But some of this plat came from that guy Weather, right? I've been on an adventure. I came out here on foot, or on raft, you know what I mean? I went to Timorous Deep via the raft in Oasis. I fought a druid in Timorous Deep, killed him, and then I took Firepot's room to Hallis, and I've been here since. I'm just like loading up my pockets. Coin loot PvP, so I should really keep my head on a swivel, you know what I mean? It's nobody's messed with me this morning yet. But it could happen, you know, especially if I start hanging out low HP again like I was doing earlier, you know? Who knows? Anything could happen. Anyways, how's everybody doing this morning? Terrific to see so many EverQuest enjoyers enjoying EverQuest on a Thursday morning, you know what I mean? Like, no better time than the present to enjoy classic EverQuest. And I want to kill this giant ASAP. I'm getting sick of looking at it. sow has been fading for the longest. There it goes. Crazy. Anyways, you know what time it is. It's Bow Quest o'clock. Let's kill this thing. Decent range on this bow. Alright. Anyways, I do have to get ready for work soon, to be honest. I'm pretty much ready. But I gotta get, like, my bag packed for, you know, eating some food. I've been, you know, up playing EQ for an hour and 37, an hour 40 minutes, something like that. I have not eaten anything yet. Like one thing I've neglected. I've eaten rations. You know? I'm at work, I'm not miss. Yeah. Here we go. Shit. He tried to bash me but missed. Let's get this web back. My Grim Aura fades. Oh no. I need that Grim Aura for. Alright. I feel like I'm getting too, what's it called? A little risky. Why am I taking damage when I can fear? Ugh, goodness. These slashes are just not landing when I need them to. There we go. Just time it. Lock in for the dance. The sit slash dance. Alright. Dece XP. Dece plat. I'm happy with that. Good haul. Alright. We can get into some action before the end of the stream. I got about 20 minutes before I rush out the door to work. I'm gonna take a quick silent move as far as you know, let me grab a snack real quick. Don't go anywhere. I'm gonna finish this stream strong. This is a real rise and grind wake up call coming at you hot. Hotter than this coffee that's been sitting out. Honestly, I like my coffee gulpable. I don't want it too hot. This is highly gulpable right now. Be right back. Zilkaril, you are just in time. We're just gonna start over here. I gotta go to work in 15 minutes, thereabouts, you know? I did not die and respawn in the swamp. I'm on Pewee real quick. I was trying to do a little silent move over to, you know, as I called it, a rise and grind wake-up call. But, you know, somehow, some way, they escaped it. It's alright. If you were the player who was just in the swamp, and you want to fight a shirtless, wristless Shadow Knight, I'm here. I'm here for it. Let's go. In fact, if anybody's in range to 42, we can do this real quick. I got like 15 minutes before I gotta go to work. Perfect. Perfect. Anyway. Who needs a shirt when you got J boots? You know what I mean? I may or may not have borrowed some gear from this Shadow Knight for a certain other troll. You know? Ironically, the wrists were not shaman usable. So they're in the shaman's bag instead of being on the Shadow Knight where they belong. But it's okay. I'll get him back. We fighting? Hold on, give me a shirt first. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Thank you. Oh, big loot. Big gut loot. Alright. Do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. No, where are you going? Alright. So what I should do, probably get an FBSS on this guy. Another, well, both wrists. Maybe that back that just dropped up in Everfrost, right? It's better than nothing. No, I'd probably put a Lodi on it. We got enough Lodi shell bits. Need sow pots. Need a lizard pot. That'll be good to go. I need cure pots. And what else? Not a bad bow. Ruined oak bow is a decent bow. My point is, this Shadow Knight's coming along. You know, maybe an 8-ring. How about that? Get him an 8-ring. Get him an OT hammer. I need an OT hammer on well adjusted also. I got my work cut out for me. Is that all frog meat? It is. I've been a busy boy farming the frogs. Somebody's got to do it. I know I just used up all my frog meats twice, right? I did it on stream and then I did it another time, about the same amount, and I've still KOS on Wipeout. So now this is another haul. I'm gonna move it over to Wipeout eventually and see how it goes. But you already know the cruel irony of it all is without Wista and having the wolf meat quest, what's next? You know. So what? The guards like me. The vendors will never like me. But somebody said that the first vendor like doesn't care. It's kind of like you know. Start killing Linuga. Yeah, right? Lock in for Linugas. Get your tag. Yeah. Worth it. Anyway, I thought there was going to be a little action here in the swamp. That's why I logged into the this Shadow Knight versus the other Shadow Knight. But it's okay. All Shadow Knights are fun. This one's got all the same clickies, I think. Oh no, this one has a Lev Cloak, where Well Adjusted only has the Revenant Bauble, but Well Adjusted's high enough level to use it. You know? Neither one of them have a circlet pre or post nerf. I wouldn't mind some post nerf circlets. You know, pre nerf obviously would be way better, but I'll take some post nerf circlets even. It's just the logistics of those, their lore, right? Pulling them out of what's it called? Dr. Oga is you know, a little cumbersome because of that. Let's see what we see down here. I have no haste on. Hook my head down in lower guck. For a change, you know? Change in pace. It's funny because I could say that like unironically right now. Usually I say something like that, like, oh, we're in guck for a change of pace when I'm in guck every day. But hey, I've been in not guck. Right? Okay, fine. We were doing upper guck last Sunday. That's upper guck. This is lower guck. Different. And did Ice Giants today and a few other streams. They've been they were a hot spot, right? We were getting some interesting PvP there. Is it Stephanie EverQuest or Saint Effany? Wow. Hilarious. Stephanie EverQuest, main character of EverQuest, of course, you know? They named the game after her. You always see her on the cover. I skipped the cutscenes. Like, I don't know exactly. Alright. I was playing backpack battles the other day and I saw a shout out to Balitro in there. They got so you can I got some item that gave me stuff from any class. So I'm not sure what class usually gets it, but some class must get a deck of cards. So I got the deck of cards, which has playing cards available in the shop. And I ended up getting some cool cards, right? Blue Eyes White Dragon. And there's one called Jimbo that was like the Balitro Joker, like the basic Joker. It's just cool to see kind of like crossover like that. I've gotten it once before a while ago, and I saw one that was like a Black Lotus, but they called it something else. It was like Dark Flower or something like that. You know what I mean? But the art was clearly Black Lotus inspired. You know what I mean? From MTG. There's other cards. There's like tarot cards and stuff. The whole gimmick with the deck of cards is you get 2 luck from having the deck of cards at the start of the battle, and then it flips over the next card, and then like that card, like you make a chain of cards through your backpack, and they go in order and trigger one after the other. And some of them have like effects based on what happened before it. Like if you had a double before it, then this happens. Or if you have no doubles before it, this happens. And Jimbo even had something if something was triple before it. You know what I mean? It was interesting. Very interesting looking build. I'd like to try to mess with someday. I came here to Deadeye, I think. Right? What am I doing? Anyways. I do got to get ready for work, like fully. I'm not gonna wear this T-shirt for work. I gotta wear something like grubby because anything nice I wear to work gets ruined. That's one bad thing I don't like. Just it'll either get shredded on some sharp metal stuff, or it's gonna get just like irreparably dirty. You know what I mean? Like some sort of like sludge splash will just stain it. Or the worst, the one that's really been bugging me is my my tool belt has suspenders, and the suspender straps have metal like clips and stuff, and they're like rusting, and it's like transferring rust stains onto like certain spots of my t-shirts. So I like always wear like my work shirts, which some of them used to be my nice shirts, but now they're my work shirts. I'm trying not to get any more work shirts ruined by that. You know what I mean? So this is one of my nice shirts. It's got some green, so it's probably like looking silly on stream. But you know what I mean? I don't want to ruin this. I'm gonna put on one of my what used to be my nice clean white T-shirts that I ran out the door to work wearing, and now it's one of my stained rusted T-shirts. It's fine. The straps cover the rust right up. So nobody knows but me. But I can't stream in it. It would look. I don't know. I'm not trying to do all that. Anyways, let's make. Where'd I go? Make a move. Silent move. See if there's any more action these last couple of minutes before I run out the door. But for the most part, by and large, I'm gonna call this a successful rise and grind. Right? Made a couple like 100 plat. Let's go lead a raid, right? I don't think there's any more action to find right now. Zilkril, you approve of today's stream. I'm glad, and it's Roscoe Jenkins. It was good to see you too. Yonder Wiley, everybody who chatted this morning. I really super duper appreciate you every time. Couldn't do without you, nor would I want to. I'm not just saying that. I mean it. Let's go show some love to Dude Boy Orc Boy. He's streaming Quarm. All right. If you guys don't know Dude Boy Orc Boy, he puts on a great show. You know what I mean? True EverQuest enjoyer, and you know, show him some love from Red 99. Maybe one day we'll get him to make the plunge into the red life. But you know, patience, patience. And we can't force anybody to live our lifestyle. We can only, you know, encourage with bribery. You know, I got J Boots for you. Come over to Red. Join my Discord. I got J Boots. I got all that stuff. That offer goes to anybody. You know, Dude Boy, Orc Boy included. Let's go show him some love, alright? Let's go. Where's the raid button? There it is. Start raid. Okay. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Really appreciate it.